Hello and welcome, I'm Impact Frames and welcome to another video. In this video I'm going to talk about DeepFloyd IF by Stability AI, which is the Stable Diffusion 3.0 that we have been awaiting the release for about 4 months now, I think. And as you can see, well, we know that it can do text, but also does like great images, like the quality is amazing, it seems really cool. And they opened this GitHub yesterday, I was like browsing and I stumbled onto it and tried to run them all, but then I got to a part where I had to download them all and I could not do it because it says it was gated, it's a gated repo, and so I guess like they released this thing in here, but they didn't actually put it online. So, or they put it online, but only for people with a password or something. But anyway, I think the release is gonna be imminent, or they're gonna be having a lot of backlash for doing this sort of thing. But I guess maybe it's a mistake they made. So anyway, I believe the release is imminent, but just know that I just gonna talk about what they have here in the thing and not about testing anymore, because I don't have access to it. And I don't think many people have access to it unless you are working on the project. And what I can see here, like the biggest difference is that they are not using like the DALL-E, the encoder anymore, the OpenAI thing that they were using for Stable Diffusion. They are using a frozen TI, and I guess that's why it is IF. It's not impact frames, but more or less image frozen, maybe. Maybe, we don't know. And DeepFloyd, maybe it's for Pink Floyd, I don't know. And what this thing has is 3 modes. You have the frozen layer, which is working with T5, which is a text-to-text encoder from a mode that they released, Google released like 4 years ago or 2 years ago. I don't know, but I know at least 2 years ago T5 is on, and that's they built Flan and all those things on top of it. And apparently it's way more powerful. I think is how they use the imaging, the other, like the Stable Diffusion for Google that they didn't release is working with this. And so they chosen this one, and it's a super good choice, because what you can see like in the examples here, you can see like this is the text to image for IF. And you can see ultra close-up color photo portrait of rainbow owl with deer horns in the woods. So it's like a natural language prompt, and you don't even need a negative prompt. And bang, you have like exactly what you asked for. Unless this is cherry picked, like it might be, but it's like a really cool result from this prompt. So I'm excited about this. Like the way it works is brilliant. So it's like frozen thing, and then you got like the smallest models in the base layer that are for text to image, for the dream part that I just explained, and they are working in 64 by 64 image buckets, and then they are passing to the big models that do the inpainting and the scaling, that can do 256 by 256, and then the 1024s. Which are like amazing. I mean, the quality of this is going to be great, and you can do text. For commercial use, it's going to be great, because you can do ads and all sort of things, and beautiful images as well. So, what is not so great? The VRAM. The VRAM is increasing a lot. So you are looking at 16 gig for using the 3 smallest models, and 24 gig. Actually, these two models that you can use for the 16 gig, and with 24 you can use up to 3 with the 1024 by 1024 upscaler. And again, it's using Xformers for efficient memory handling, attention, yeah. And then we got here like Hugging Face space that is throwing 404s, and the Google Colab that, as I said, it says gated repo and it does nothing. So again, you need to use this thing like for your APIs and your server machines, and if you're gonna run it at home, you're gonna need to upgrade your Hugging Face hub with pip install Hugging Face hub upgrade, and then you're gonna need to approve your DeepFloyd IF terms of use and stuff that you need to and get the access token so you can use it. And it's very interesting that they implemented diffusers to offload the models from memory, so you can load this into a up to 14 gig of VRAM. So that will be with optimizations and all that will be like you need 14 gig of VRAM to run these models. And of course, it will take more time because you are CPU offloading, so you need to offload the models from memory and all of that. And they are using Torque 2, which is like, of course, as expected, because that's a new thing. And I hope the NVIDIA released the TensorRTs. I think they already released the TensorRTs. It's just not implemented on Automatic and the web UIs. Actually, that's another problem, the web UIs. The web UIs had to be reworked because this thing works like very differently. I mean, it uses like the same libraries and stuff, but you need to handle the models, 3 models at the time, and the text encoder is different, so it's like reprogramming. Yeah, you need to reprogram your stuff if you are in the dev side of things. As I explained, they have like the text to image, amazing. I love the way it works. So the new prompt system, amazing. And then we have, of course, different settings for the different modes that are gonna go into this. So like you can see, like they are passing different parameters, different values to the same parameters, depending on the mode that is loading. Like if you are doing the first mode, the if 1, if 2, and if 3, and you can see like the guidance and the noise and things like that varies. And maybe this is a reproduction that they are using the 3 models to get to this result. Yeah, I think that's the case. But it will be difficult to know because I haven't tested this. So, and this is like my favorite part. I mean, like the in-painting is, of course, and the text stuff is great, but I love how this works. So you have like a logo image, SVG, so sort of clip art, and then it goes in a forward diffusion process until it gets to the noise into the latent space, and then it comes back in a reverse diffusion process, and you get an oil painting. That's basic. That's brilliant. And get this, you can have steps, and you can have different images. Like you can go from an origami to an oil painting to a plastic building bricks to a classic anime of the 90s in the same process, like in the same go, bam, bam, and you get all these images. For me, it's my favorite. I don't know what you think, if this is like something that shocks you. For me, yes, it does. So, and then you got the super resolution. Okay, the super resolution also, like, I don't think we were able, even with the super scalars that we have from the community, to get to this level, from like Rovis cannot see what it is to clear picture in one go. And this is using the L mode, not the XL. So I just can imagine that the XL will have like an even bigger one here. So amazing. And the zero shot in painting, well, this looks, we have Rembrandt here with a, and now it has a hat. And this is working similarly with the steps. oil art, a man in a hat. Awesome. Yeah, so like also the prompt is really simple. I imagine when they do like the UIs for this, where you can mask stuff and or you can use SAM, like the segment anything, or to doing paintings, like even in a batch. Imagine with this power, and this is like in the level of Adobe Firefly. Like I testing Adobe Firefly, and Adobe Firefly here is amazing. This thing. It's a different mode than this, but we are talking about this. So yeah, we are talking about if, and we can see like the Coco measurings, and they said like 6.66 for the bigger parameter one. That's a measure for the quality of the real image. So 6.6. So the less the number, the better. I'm not familiar with these Coco measurements, so I will not comment about it. But it looks like it's a landmark or something that they are happy with. And then we have like the model card, which I hope we could see something, but yeah, nothing. And the people who work with it, like, is Alex Shonenkov, Misha Konstantinov, Daria Vakshandeeva, Christoph Schumann, Ksenia Ivanova, and Nadia Klokova. So it's like a Russian or Ukrainian team, I don't know, but super cool. They made this thing, it's amazing. And of course, Stability Emad and Lion. Super cool. Apolinario, famous person in the space. And then yeah, we can try let's see what we have here. Nothing. Well, I hope you like the video. I hope you have like some information. Tell me your thoughts about this. I think if the release is probably this week. If they don't, maybe this is a mistake to put it here. And anyway, thank you for watching, and bye bye.